Welcome to another episode of Brewing Connections with Bible Networkers, the podcast where faith meets entrepreneurship and meaningful relationships are at the heart of every story. My name is Ana Dominguez de Show, and I am the leader and founder of this amazing group in which we believe that when God is in the center of our business and connections, incredible things happen, doors open, hearts align, and purpose is revealed. Today's guest is a kingdom minded entrepreneur who is doing more than just building a business. He is building people, community, and purpose. His name is Javier Gomez, a professional sign broker with 8 years of experience, founder of Skye Brokers, offering businesses the best signage solutions to boost visibility and attract more customers. From storefront signs to billboards and everything in between, Javier believes that your sign is a window into your business, and he knows how to make your brand stand out. He also brings his faith into every part of what he does, and it shows in the way that he serves, leads, and connects. In this conversation, we'll be talking to Javier about his journey of faith and entrepreneurship and how God has moved in his business and relationships, and what it really means to grow a network that honors God. Welcome to the show, Javier. Let's dive into your story. First of all, you can say hi to everyone.
Hi. Hi, good morning, everyone. How you doing?
Good morning, good morning. And then, or well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. We don't know what time you're listening to us, but let's dive into Javier's story. So, Javier, tell us what inspired you to turn uh, signage and everything you do, like creating and designing and building, into a purpose-driven calling.
So I always been a very creative person. I always love to draw and design stuff. But unfortunately, I heard other options of career options early in my, when I was younger. Um, and then I decided to go in a different path in a medical field. And then I spent there about possibly 13 years working ICU and, as doctor assistant, medical assistant, and all that. Then I moved to the States looking for a different, a new beginning, new start. And then I found myself looking for a job. I started working in a sign company as a driver. And then the company had a need of a CNC operator, CNC machine operator. So I decided to apply, and I never done it before. So I tried out, and it was a blessing. That was in 2017. I started doing that. Then I learned welding. Then I learned how to use my hands into it. Fortunately, I did know how to use most of the tools because in Puerto Rico you have to learn all that, or carpentry, how to measure things and all that. Then after probably 9 years, yeah, 9 years in that. I decided to go solo and decided to learn how to design, how to, with my experience as a fabricator now, I know all the needs on how to design, obviously a sign or a monument or something that whatever the client need, um, in order to make it first, meets the requirement of the county, and second, make it look beautiful and leave a mark in the world because at the end of the day, that's what sign makers do.
I did not know that you were in the medical industry before.
Yeah,
That's
I was a
interesting.
cardiovascular technician for 13 years, and I also have a degree in speech therapy for early intervention, and also normal teenagers, early intervention from 0 to 3 years, and then 4 and up.
Wow, awesome. Well, what is that biggest turning point in your career when you said, I'm gonna, like, everything you have shared with us, but when did you say I'm gonna go solo, like you said. I'm gonna build my business or start my business.
So I was doing okay, in my job. I was doing good. As I said, I started from the very bottom on that company, and I managed myself to scale and become the general manager of the company. And I realized that even though I was doing good, I was able to buy a house. I was able to pay my bills. My car was paid off, everything. But I realized that I couldn't buy time, and that's the most valuable thing. And I needed, I realized I needed time for myself to enjoy what I was doing, and also to share it with my loved ones, my family, my daughter, my friends, new friends. And also, enjoy the good things in the world. God bless us to be in a beautiful world, and sometimes we just focus on working and working and working, man, and make everybody else rich, and we don't realize how rich we are already, and we don't enjoy those little things.
I agree. That's very beautiful. Okay, so now let's dive into networking and connections. Can you share a time when a single connection changed everything for you?
Yeah, absolutely. The first time I met you.
Yeah,
So when I met you, when was it? Um, when was it? Last year or the year before?
almost a year and a half ago.
Right? Yeah, about that. Yes, 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 yes. It was in January, right? The
Mm-hmm.
first January 20 something. Yeah, I remember that. It was in the Grand Beauty Salon, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that?
Yep,
Right?
I remember that.
So so there I started I met one of the networkers. She was Puerto Rican. I didn't make her sign, but get me going on try to design something. I ended up doing something a little, smaller for her vehicle, but that gave me the you know the wheel turning and where I was going, and if my system was working, it wasn't working, and what things I need to tweak, other things that I need to eliminate forever, other things to keep and grow, and other things to add to my system, because that's all about in business. You need a system, follow it. If you have a plan, you will know. If you fail in your plan, you will know how to go back, revise your plan, and improve it. Or if you are successful, go back again, review it, and make it even better.
Mhm.
And that's I think that's the point where I can say that my career is turn my business really it starts going, because without networking, either with you or with somebody else, you don't go anywhere. You need to know how to talk to people, how to listen to people, how to understand their needs, how to understand your needs, and what you can provide to the community. If you don't do that, you're going nowhere most of the time.
So that's your approach to building meaningful relationships in business?
Absolutely, because if you don't listen to people, you are not going to be able to listen to your clients. At the end of the day, I don't see my clients as clients. I see them as connections, as relationships in the future. Even though they get assigned for me or not,
Mhm.
I either guide them on the right way, create a good connection, even make referrals to them. I'm not the kind of person that, oh, you don't make a sign with me. You decided to go with the competition. I'm gonna stop talking to you. I'm gonna start talking trash about you. No, that's not the reality. We are in a competitive business and a competitive nation, and yeah, it's all about the relationship. You don't know in the future if we gonna join path again and make something bigger than what we're doing right now.
Right, agree. So how do you stay in touch with your network in an authentic way?
I just be myself. I just try to be, you know, um, connected to that conversation, ask questions, get interested in what they're doing, try to help them out a little bit in growing their own business, and share my experience and try to grow my own business with their perspective, because sometimes we think that we have all the answers, and that's not true. If some Most of the time, s- you're in a conversation with somebody that have no clue of your business, and this person give you an idea on how to move, maybe make a reel on Instagram, and you never thought about making a reel on Instagram, for example, and then you do it, and all of a sudden you have 5, 10 more customers. And 5, 10 more customers in my business is a lot, because it's not, my niche is business owners and not the whole community per se. So 5, 10 customers in my line of business is a great deal. um, so yeah, it's important for me. I learned how to listen to other people, and more than that is understanding what they're saying, and be empathetic. you know Being empathetic, not only if their story is a not very good story, or is a very successful story. You need to be empathetic, put yourself in that position, because you don't know if in the future you're going to be successful, and then you're going to turn yourself into an arrogant person, or looking over the shoulder to everyone. If this person is a successful person, stay with that humility, humbleness, try to also share their good story and help the rest of the community to grow. I think that's a good example to follow. And sometimes we see that, but we don't understand or apply that to us.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Agree. So now, what is a mistake that you have made in your journey that others can learn from?
Man, so many, too many, too many, too many. Not asking questions. I
Mm-hmm.
would say that, not asking questions. Sometimes the best answers you get is not the answer that you're looking for, is the question you ask. The
Mm-hmm.
quality of the answers you're looking for is are the quality of the questions you ask. If you don't know how to ask questions, you're not gonna get the answers. You're doomed. And as simple as, hey customer, what color you want the letters? Do you want this tone of gold, or you want this other tone of gold? See
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
I decided to go with the darker tone of gold, and then I have to redo a whole thing. You see what I'm saying? So I learned the hard way how to ask questions, hard questions, easy questions. It don't matter. It can save your time, your money, and it can guide you to the right place. Sometimes, the answer is not the one that you're looking for, but you need to ask those questions with an open mind, and understand that things will not always gonna go your way.
That's a hard one.
So it is, but you have to accept it. It's not as easy asking the question, and then somebody is truthful enough to give you the right answer and the honest answer. You know.
True. So, what is something you wish more people knew about networking?
That is not a sales place to do sales pitches. Most of the people think, oh, I don't want to go to a networking event. Let's say that maybe you're in business for 6 years, and you never network, and somehow you were successful and you're doing very good, and you're like, hey, you get invited to this networking event, and you're like, no, there's gonna be a bunch of insurance people trying to sell me insurance. That's not the truth. And I'm just getting your example, your industry, but is the truth. There's going to be a bunch of sign people trying to send me a sign, and that's not the truth. The truth is that most of the people that go to a networking event are people that are looking to make a connection, not only a connection to build a rapport, to build that a relationship, and maybe looking for not I don't want to say a friend, but at least a colleague. Sometimes being a business owner, even though if you have 100, 100 employees and you have a big team, sometimes you're solo,
Mm.
and you don't have anybody to call at 8 p.m. in the night and tell them, hey man, I'm very frustrated with something that is very little, but your mind make it too big. And you call this person that has been in business the same or more years than you are, and you just call them and then just give you one little answer, and you're like, oh my God, you relieve, you know. Or the opposite, you are very successful, you close a deal, a big deal, and you don't have anybody to share it with, only with your family. You're like, oh my God, I wish to have somebody on my level to to share it with, and that's the most important thing, the connections that you do after you go to a good networking event, because not all networking events are good. That's something that you have to say and you have to understand. Sometimes you're going to go to a networking event and it turns like in a sales pitch with everyone. Everyone is in their corner with their little groups. Those are not good networks. um, and those exist. Unfortunately, if you're watching this podcast, those are not the most of the time. You're gonna go to networking events, either online or live, and they're very, very good. You very nutritive to your business and to your connections. So
True.
be careful where you go.
Yes. Yes. I agree. So now, for you, who could be your dream connection to meet and why?
So right now, so my obviously business owners, new business owners that are opening a brick and mortar place. The ideal for me will be general contractors, architects, or engineers, construction companies, and developers. All these fall into the same umbrella because these people are gonna get a big contract, a huge contract, and they most of the time they subcontract the parts of the project, the plumbing, the electricity, the sheetrock, the all that, and then obviously the signage. So most of the time, these big projects, let's say this is school, they will need directional signs, stop signs, obviously the sign of the building, indoor signs, lobby signs, a monument sign. The shopping mall is going to need a monument sign for all the stores that you're going to have. So all that that's the main customer that I'm looking for right now, and I'll be very appreciative if you can introduce me to these beautiful people.
We have it on the list already. It's in my post-its. Okay, so
Oh, that's number one, right? That's number one.
it's number one. Number one. What is
Put it
a
in the pink post-it.
yes? What is a book or a podcast? Of course, besides Brewing Connections, go Babel. But what is a good book or a podcast or tool that you cannot live without right now?
Okay, can I give you three
Yeah.
or one? Okay, I'm gonna give you a podcast first. This podcast is great in was great. I mean, it's still great in 2007 till today. Right now, they're more of a opinion podcast, but the earlier it was great. It's called Valuetainment. It's this logo right here. This logo,
Okay.
Wartime Leader. That logo. Follow them. They are very good helpers for entrepreneurs. How to make your business. How to put God into your business. How to put your family in your business. How to deal with the stress, challenges, all that. A book that I will say that helped me a lot was The Prince from Machiavelli. A very good business book. The only thing, if you decided to read it, just I will give you one suggestion. When you read it, change the word prince for the word entrepreneur, and then everything is gonna make sense. I promise you that. If you do that, because the prince is all about in the book. If
Mm.
you change it for entrepreneur, then you'll be in the book, and everything is gonna be guided to that. Um, and then what else? What else you said? So a book.
Podcast or tool?
Oh, another tool from these same people. These same people.
Mm-hmm.
These same people.
Part-time
They
leader.
have a tool. Yeah, the value attainment people.
Mm-hmm.
They have a tool. It's completely free. You can go in there and you will see a bunch of entrepreneurs, like entrepreneurs and celebrities too, that you can go and chat with them. Of course, you have to pay different amounts depending on what person you're looking for advice from. But it's great because you have people from CEOs, the president of different companies, retirees that have not much to do just to give their insights. They give you full insights and they answer every time, and it's not a crazy amount of money. You ask a question, you tell them your situation, whatever it is, and 99% of the time they answer you back. So, for
Okay.
example, they have the president of Valuetainment. They have Tom Ellsworth. He's worth like $3 billion, and getting connected with him is only $15.
Okay.
So you can get connected with Tim Tebow and Candace Owens and all these other names that there are too many right now to remember. So you can find them in there, and basically you go chat with them, have a great conversation with them, and share their insights.
Awesome. Thank you for the tips. Now tell me what is something that or a fun fact, let's say a fun fact that most people in your professional network would not know about you. Now they're
About
gonna
me, well, I don't have. I'm a funny person all the time, so that just came to me with nature. Um, But I would say something that most of the people don't know about me. I mean, I don't know if it's a funny fact or something. I'm a basketball coach too. So, most of the time I don't have I don't have employees right now. So I'm a broker that I do things by myself. My employees basically are other companies that are hired to to do projects and surveys and fabrications and installation, all that jazz. But with the kids. So I coach 16 and under kids. And so what I do with them, I share my experience with them. It's not always basketball practicing, is I grab a book, I read it, then I share with them without them knowing that it's from a book, and then I tell them, you know, to teach them how important is reading, and growing not only physically, but also, mentally and becoming a great man for the community and a good teammate. Because at the end of the day, you need to be a good teammate anywhere you go. Either if it's your business, you're working with somebody else, you're partnering with some other businesses, you always need to be a good team member. So
yeah. That's well, I did know uh about that. I did not know about your medical industry history. I think that was a fun fact for me. But anyway,
yeah, I,
so
I I also was a poker player too for 10 years.
oh wow, you see? I know a fun fact about you, but I will not
Say it,
no, I will not
say
tell.
it, say it, say it,
I
say it.
will
Now everybody's gonna know. This podcast is gonna be your best podcast because you have me here. So please allow the people
they'll
to know.
have
I want to know.
they'll have to play Uno with you and find out.
Oh no. Yeah. Oh no. Okay. There. Oh, you know what? Don't say it.
No, I will not say. They'll have to find out. Okay, so what are you currently working on that you are excited about?
So currently, I'm working at a lot of things right now. I have a language school that they need a conversion of a sign because right now they have a big sign and they need, according to the county, now they changed the rules a couple of years back, and they need to lower it, because we live in Florida, and Florida we have an uninvited guest every year called hurricanes. And the higher your sign is, the most likely is to fail. And if it fail, because it's very long and tall, it gonna damage a big area. So the counties, most of the counties, at least the ones that are surrounding us, are asking um, the real estate owners to lower their signs to at least 11 feet or so. And obviously, they allow you to have more height, depending on the area, depending on, but it's very few. So most of the ones that are close to, for example, Hillsborough Avenue, in this case, you need to lower it down. So that's what we're working on right now. They have three tenants, and we need to allocate all their signs in that new monument. Um, Other than that, working on myself. I'm my biggest project. I am my biggest asset, and I believe it, and I believe I'm great, and I'm gonna be even greater.
I love it. So that's when God moves in you and you let him in your life, right? So what's next for you? And how can listeners support you?
Well, right now I don't have much time to do other things other than you know my business right now because I'm pretty busy right now. Pretty busy, and so I'm working from um basically from 6 a.m. to most of the time 10 p.m., including Saturdays. That's why this podcast, I don't know at what time you're watching us, but we started at 7:30 in the morning. And the first thing I said to Juan, hey, let's do it at 6:30. But she couldn't. She was sleeping.
I was like,
So,
what? Really?
I mean, I wish I could go more to oh, so this is something that you guys can help me out, probably. I'm looking for guidance in registering myself and the business. I don't know how to do it. I don't know if I qualify on it to make it, how can I say that? I am a minority. We are a minority as Hispanics. Um, and I want to register my business as a minority,
Hmm.
you know. So I don't know how to do that.
Have a good connection for that. I
Yeah,
will I will share it with you.
yeah, please share it with me so I can register because it's important. There's a couple of companies that already asked for me that, and I have everything else. I have the insurance. I have every certificate that you can imagine. I have it, and but that one, like the last two contractors have asking, hey man, we need 3 minority companies, and I want to give it to you, but you don't have the certificate, and we are looking for somebody that have the certificate of minority company.
Hmm.
And those are big projects. One of them is the airport, another one is a shopping center in Brandon, the Brandon Exchange. That one was given to a partner of mine, and uh, and a couple more that I'm pretty sure they're gonna ask for it. So if you guys can help me out, if you want, can help me out with that, that'd be great.
I have a
And
good
invite me a
connection
copy
for
too.
you. Yes.
Good.
So I will do that for you. No worries. Well, thank you very much, Javier. The time is up. It was a great conversation. Thank you for everything you shared with us because I think as entrepreneurs, sometimes we need to listen to other stories and so we can feel encouraged and we can feel like we are not alone. It, like you said, sometimes it is like a very lonely business. It feels very lonely, but with the right people around you, I always say, um, that's one of the most important things when you are building your business, have the right people around you exactly for the good times but more the bad times, right? When it feels really lonely. Well, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Would you like to say something else before we leave?
That's it. Just keep coming to Bible Networking, support them. They have networking events in Spanish and English. Uh, you're more than welcome to come. I'll be there having some jokes for you, having some insights from the sign industry. So hopefully I see you there.
Yes. Thank you very much, everybody. Remember that um, we believe and we want you to believe that when God is in the center of your business, doors are going to open and everything is going to start happening, even the right people around you. So I will see you in the next episode, and we'll put Javier's information in the comments or sorry, in the description. So if you want to talk to him and just have or play Uno with him, you can call him and reach out to him. Thank you, Javier.
Absolutely.
See you in the
My
next
pleasure. Thank you, Anna. See you.
one.
Bye bye.
Bye.